Good to have you on Models and Agents, episode 106. It's July 9th, 2026. Another day, another round of AI developments. Let's break it down. OpenAI just made real-time voice agents available to every ChatGPT Plus and Pro user, with free rollout starting now. GPT-Live rolled out today to all paid ChatGPT tiers on iOS, Android, and web. Free users will gain access over the next few days. The model requires an app update to reach the voice button, and it will reach the API soon after. Sam Altman called the experience magical and real, noting it may change his own preference from typing to voice. This release moves the frontier models program forward by bringing production voice capability out of limited testing. OpenAI also audited SWE-Bench Pro and found 30% of its tasks broken. The company is retracting its earlier recommendation that researchers treat the benchmark as a reliable measure of frontier coding ability. As models improve, the audit shows that evals need to grow harder and more trustworthy to track genuine progress. Builders working on agentic coding tools should expect new benchmarks to appear in coming months. The retraction affects how teams measure tool calling and long-horizon code agents going forward. It continues the frontier models tracking from last episode by shifting attention from capability gains to measurement reliability. Now for the model updates. NVIDIA released Nemotron Labs 3 Puzzle 75B-A9B, a compressed hybrid mixture of experts model. It reduces parameters from 120.7 billion total and 12.8 billion active down to 75.3 billion total and 9.3 billion active. On a single 8 times B200 node, the model delivers 2.03 times the original throughput at 100 tokens per second per user. On one H100, it raises 1 million token concurrency from 1 request to 8. The model was built through iterative hardware-aware structural compression, followed by short knowledge distillation recovery. This update advances the AI compute and inference arc by showing concrete throughput gains from compression that keeps user experience speed intact. Sam Altman confirmed GPT 5.6 Sol launches Thursday. The model will be available for immediate testing after release. It continues the frontier model's cadence and will supply a near-term data point on release speed versus cost trajectory. IBM added multi-agent capabilities to its enterprise AI software development platform. The platform also received specialized modernization workflows alongside the new capabilities. Coordinated agent teams now address complex enterprise tasks that exceed single model call limits. The changes align directly with the Agents and Tool Use program. Reliability questions for long horizon agents remain central to that program. Enterprise-focused additions test whether coordinated workflows improve modernization project results. IBM Newsroom supplied the details through Google News. A new 6-stage maturity model for non-human identities appeared to guide organizations. The model helps manage agentic AI systems through explicit stages. Identity, authentication, and governance challenges receive direct coverage in the framework. Autonomous agents acting on behalf of users or organizations trigger those challenges. The staged path supports identity management as autonomy levels increase. Standardization efforts in agent and tool protocols gain a reference from the model. CSOonline.com published the framework. Japan began testing AI agent-based autonomous payments in yen. The XJPY token serves as the payment mechanism in the trial. Agents explore handling real financial transactions without human intervention at each step. The trial examines reliability of long-horizon agents inside regulated finance. Regulated financial domains provide a strict test environment for agent behavior. CoinPost via the ongoing experiment. Simon Willison now lets Claude and GPT 5.5 write nearly all commit messages. The generated messages frequently omit higher-level framing according to his tests. He prefers linking commits back to human-written issues instead. AI-generated rationales sometimes guess incorrectly on context. Smaller commits stay easier to review under the revised workflow. Simon Willison shared the updated practice on X. Anthropic published research on off-switch mechanisms for dual-use AI capabilities. The research was conducted in collaboration with AE Studio. Technical approaches to limiting unintended agent behaviors form the core of the work. Dual-use capabilities receive specific attention in the published findings. Anthropic AI posted the details on X. Okay, let's pop the hood on activation steering for dialect bias. The technique is often described as a simple add this vector, subtract that vector step. In practice, it requires locating the exact layers where the unwanted behavior lives and extracting a direction that isolates the target without hurting fluency. Researchers first run causal tracing to identify layers that most strongly influence biased continuations. They then compute a steering vector from paired African American English and Standard American English examples. At inference, they add a scaled version of that vector only to the identified layers. The method cut dialect bias 5 to 20 times more than prompting while keeping Standard American English fluency. Steering strength must still be tuned per model family, or the output starts to sound unnatural. The same direction can affect unrelated syntactic features if the localization step is skipped. Teams should begin with a small validation set of dialect pairs and sweep the steering coefficient before scaling. The approach works across model sizes from 14 billion to 70 billion parameters without retraining. It does require the ERAAE corpus of 17,479 validated triplets to produce reliable directions. So when should you reach for activation steering versus prompting? Start with a validation sweep on your target model family. Update the ChatGPT mobile app today and test GPT-Live on a multi-turn planning task. Run Nematron Labs 3 Puzzle 75BA9B on an 8x B200 node if you serve high concurrency 1 million token workloads. Audit any internal coding agents against the SWE-Bench Pro tasks you still trust and flag the 30% broken subset. Experiment with activation steering on your own models using the real AAE corpus if you need to reduce dialect bias without retraining. GPT 5.6 Sol is expected Thursday from OpenAI. GPT-Live API access is coming soon after the ChatGPT rollout. Continued free tier expansion of GPT-Live will roll out over the next few days. Tomorrow, keep an eye on the GPT 5.6 Sol release and any early benchmark numbers that surface. That wraps up today's AI briefing. Share this with a developer or builder who wants to stay current. Subscribe wherever you listen. See you tomorrow, and if you'd rather watch than listen, find us on YouTube at Nara Network. Links in the show notes. And before you go, this show is part of the Nara Network, a family of daily podcasts on tech, science, and markets. Each one a short, sharp briefing you can finish on the commute. If today earned its place in your feed, here's your next listen. Modern investing techniques, modern strategies for Canadian and U.S. investors. Find every show free at naranetwork.com. New to the network? naranetwork.com/start-here picks the right daily briefing for you in about 2 minutes. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.